After finishing the last UAAP season in last place, the UE Lady Warriors hope to finally improve their standing with the help of their new head coach. They look to carry their momentum from the off-season when they won a bronze medal at the Philippine Superliga Collegiate Grand Slam. And joining me right now to tell us what to expect from the UE Lady Warriors is Sports Desk volleyball analyst Miss Carmela Tunay. Good morning, Miss Carmela Tunay.
Good morning.
It's nice to finally have you back.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Ngayon lang ako nakabalik.
Saya mo ah.
Saya ka. I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you back here, Mels. Okay, let's talk UAAP. Ito na naman UAAP volleyball season. A lot of excited na fans. UE, unahin natin ng UE. How much has this UE team, sa paningin mo, changed or improved since the last UAAP season? Kasi nakita mo sila mismo din sa PSL Collegiate Grand Slam.
Well, na-mention mo nga yung PSL campaign nila. Ako personally was able to watch their game against UST, and that time actually ako pa yung kinabahan for UST kasi sobrang nag-improve talaga yung level of game ng UE. And siguro yung magiging bago is hindi na natin makikita yung Shaya show for this UE squad. Pero yung nakita ko kasi when I watched them in PSL, mas maraming kumbaga lumabas sa shells nila. So mas marami nag-step up nung nawala si Shaya. And I think blessing in disguise na rin na graduate na nga si Shaya kasi mas nag-giveaway yun para dun sa ibang players na mag-step up.
To see these other players step up and grow, na talagang grabe din ang potential. They can contribute sa UAAP. Let's talk about their new head coach, whom you know, kilalang-kilala mo din. Actually, kapatid siya ng iyong teammate, ni Dimac, ni Rhea Di Maculangan. Let's talk about Coach Carl Di Maculangan. What should we know about Coach Carl? We had him in the show recently, the past few days. Aside from being a soft-spoken guy, what else should we know about Coach Carl?
Maliban sa kamukha niya si Ate Rhea, pareha silang soft-spoken, I also learned na pareha silang sobrang patient. Kasi I was talking to Jasmine Alcaide last night, nagtatanong nga ako about Coach Carl. So sabi niya, yung best thing daw about Coach Carl is sinatsaga niya sila bawat isa. Ayaw niya nang may nalileft behind na tinuturuan. Gusto niya as much as possible, matutukan niya lahat. Depende sa kung anong kailangan. Kunyari, ito kailangan niya ng better receive, ito yung gagawin niya for better attacking para sa player na to, ganon. So parang tinitailor fit niya sa bawat players yung program niya. And I think that's a very passionate thing about coaching kasi syempre iba-iba yung kailangan ng mga players mo. And magiging boost din yun ng kumpiyansa ng mga players niya na dito kulang na palakas ako ni Coach Carl dito. So I think yung patience niya complements the girls really well kasi yun nga, sabi nila na mas open daw sila kay Coach Carl kung anong mas kailangan nila.
Actually, nakita ko yung players, they seem really relaxed and comfortable with Coach Carl. He seems to be that perfect players coach for this UE team. Now, let's take a look at some of UE's key players. Mela, alam naman natin, nabanggit mo nga, hindi na Shaya show. It's not gonna be a Shaya Dorador show. Now, let's talk about the roles of key players that will step up in the UAAP, which is Judith Abil and Man Mendrez, especially without Shaya Adorador.
So yun nga, kasi yung bagong generation ng UEP volleyball, when we say UE, si Shaya na yung dumadating sa isip natin. Pero ngayon, mas kumalat na nga yung role niya, so mas maraming nagpupuna nun. And one of the players who impressed me the most nung PSL was ito nga si Man Mendrez. Kasi among the many talented players na mga wing spikers ng PSL, isa siya sa nagkaroon ng award. So that tells a lot about the hard work that she puts in. And makikita mo talaga kasi yung pupuntos ka ng double digits every game consistently, isang bagay yon. But earning an award, it's another. Diba? So, maliban doon, ito naman si Judith Abil. Pag napapanood natin siya, akala natin, joke time lang, happy-happy niya lang. Pero when she plays, kahit ganun lang siya na happy-happy, makikita mo that she means business as well. Kasi in terms of scoring, yun nga, isa rin siya sa nagwa-1-2 punch for UE.
Of course, the crown jewel, so to speak, arguably considered one of the best liberos, or probably the best libero now in the UAP, is Miss Kat Arado. How crucial yung floor defense ni Kat, ng isang Kat Arado, a top caliber libero, yung impact niya dito sa UE team.
Alam mo, para sa mga hindi nakakaalam, personally, kami bilang kalaban niya sa club teams na to, kapag si Kat yung mga kalaban mo, may tendency talaga na may intimidate ka. And kumbaga sa amin, nagiging moral sin na siya pag doon mo din nila yung bola mo kasi nakaka-convert sila, nakaka-counter-attack sila. So parang may ganun siyang factor na maiilang ka, ano kayong atake ko kasi sobrang lakas na puputuhin lang ni Kat Arado. So parang more than the intimidating factor that she brings sa mga opponents niya, is nabibigay niya rin ng confidence yung mga players niya. Kaya nga, napanood ko yung interview nila, Judith Abel dito, na ang gusto daw ni Coach Carl, pagpapalo sila, palo lang talaga. And mas nakadagdag ng confidence na si Kat Arado yung nasa likod mo. Kasi kahit gaanong kalakas yung balik ng magiging bola, she's definitely there to cover for her teammates.
Iba yung may, alam mong, may libero ka na Kat Arado dun sa likod mo eh. Okay, ngayon, alam mo naman natin, I was telling the girls also, past few years, UE considered the last place, parang madaling talunin. But now, sa tingin mo, Mela, what should UE do to avoid being, the cellar dwellers again in UAAP Season 81?
Actually, wala naman for me. Wala silang kailangan i-avoid. More of, kailangan lang nila dagdagan. Especially kay Coach Carl, syempre, ang goal naman ng bawat bagong coach is improve yung previous performance. And I think it's very achievable for this team under Coach Carl kasi nakita na natin agad yung resulta nung performance nila nung PSL na hindi na nga sila yung basta-basta dadaanan mo lang pag may game. If you want to win against you, you have to work hard for it. And makikita mo kasi iba yung aura nila eh. Hindi na sila doon naglalaro lang para wag matalo. They came to win. Kasi makikita mo bawat players talaga exert so much effort para pumuntos and manalo. So I think more than the maturity, yung character talaga na dagdag dito sa UET.
When I interview players who used to play for that squad, like Mikey Reyes, who used to play for UP, hindi, nakakatuwa din because nakikita mo yung like even si Nicole. Ikaw, pag-usapan natin ng UST, gold in the Uni Games. Ang Golden Tigresses, silver in the PSL Collegiate Grand Slam, solid off-season from UST. Makikita natin na, oh no, this UST team is gonna be really scary in the UAAP in Season 81. How different is this team from last season entering now Season 81 of the UAP?
Well, despite everything you said, I'm sure continually nag-work hard yung USC. Kasi dati nangyari na yan eh, nag-gold sa Uni Games, nagaganto. Pero when it comes to UAP, laging hindi kami umabot sa Final Four.
Yes.
Oo, so I think yun nga, nakikita ko naman sila that they continue to work hard. Pero yung siguro magiging factor and magiging mga difference this season is that healthier na yung team. Kasi last year, yun din naging problema talaga eh. During the season, na-injure si Milena, na-injure si Rica. So ngayon, healthier UST team na, well-adjusted na. Kasi ang dami nga nilang off-season tournaments na sinalihan. So yung gelling ng bagong setter, which is si Mafe Galanza, dun sa mga bagong madadagdag doon sa first six, parang subok na. And yun nga, nabanggit natin yung experience nila. More experience and mature na rin mga players, even the rookies. So nakita naman natin si Ea maglaro, as well as her batchmates na sila Jimenez, sila Galdones. Talagang hindi sila yung rookie na feeling rookie. Kumbaga, may lalaban mo na rin. So ngayon, mas marami nang mabubunot na players.
Yeah. Nabanggit mo na si Ea. So another Laure ang pag-uusapan sa UAAP from UST. It is Ea Laure, standout from the UST High School volleyball program. Ano yung for those na hindi pa kilala masyado? Kasi ang kilala syempre ate niya.
Yes.
For those who want to know more about Ea Laure, what can they expect from the play of Ea Laure as she enters her first year in the seniors ng UAAP?
Well, ako personally, ina-expect ko si Ea kung gaano man siya katunog nung high school. Kaya niya yung tapatan or higitan pa dito sa collegiate level. Kasi that's what she is. She really is a standout. And siguro yung difference lang na niya sa ibang rookies is vocal siya. Her athletes by example, pero si Ea by example and mas vocal. So, like I said, hindi siya yung parang rookie lang na ate-ate ganito. Kaya niya magmando ng mga players. So, maganda rin yung role kasi through the years, leadership rin yung naging problema ng UST. Kumbaga, walang katulong si Cici or something like that. So, ngayon, now that they're missing the services of Tin Francisco, their captain, for sure, nabawasan na naman yung leadership factor nun. So, it's good na si Ea, isa sa magiging tao para punan din yun. And, yun na, she complements the other players kasi very humble yung bata. Masarap kalaro yung mga ganong tao kasi very humble. Kahit ganyan na yung skills nila, patuloy pa rin nilang, alam mo yung parang respeto sa mas matanda sa kanya, gusto niya pa rin magpaturo, ganon. So, hands down talaga ito.
Nakita mo siya sa national team tryouts.
Yes.
Pakikwento nga kasi parang nabanggit mo yata sa aming producer na hindi siya sa high school nilagay.
Hindi.
Kasama doon ng mga college players. Sige nga.
I think hindi siya sinali sa scrimmage ng pang high school. Kasi nakita, if you see my wall on Twitter, makikita mo nire-retweet ko yung mga videos ni Ea na ibang levels talaga yung tunog ng palos. So powerful and yung mga serves niya. She's slowly becoming an all-around player. So I think ito pa lang yung pagsali pa lang sa kanya sa senior scrimmages ng national team na yun ha. parang iba yung confidence din na mabibigay nun kay Ea na, nasa ganitong level, sinasama nila ako. Sana sa UAAP, ganito din yung madala ko sa table. So,
Exciting times, especially if you're a fan of UST, to see a player like Ea Laura now come into the fold. Do we see a big three here, Mela, forming sa UST? Kasi may Cici Rondina ka, may Milena Alessandrini ka, and then Ea Laura coming together. Ano yung pwedeng ma-achieve? How potent is this trio? And how far can they go with this three? With Cici, Milena, and Ea?
I don't actually see a trio forming. I see it formed already. Kasi andyan na sila pag kailangan mo ng puntos, kahit mamili ka na lang kanino ibabato dyan, for sure, kaya nilang mag-deliver. And ang maganda lang dito, si Cici, she has all the experience. Si Ea, ang dami pa niyang kayang patunayan pa. And si Milena naman, yung pinakagusto kasi si Milena, naka-adjust na. Kasi naalala ko last year, 1 month na siya halos nagtitraining, pero hindi niya pala alam yung high or low na pag sinasabi sa kanya, umuoo lang siya. So ngayon, mas naka-adjust na yung mga teammates niya on how they can communicate with her and yung body language na mas, kumbaga ba, all in all, well-adjusted na yung team. And syempre, yung trio na to, kumbaga, all-around player din sila. Even Milena and Cici, offense to defense, alam na natin yan. And si Ea naman, slowly developing her defense as well. So yun yung maganda sa wing attackers ng UST, hindi lang focus sa isang skill, kundi overall.
Now, besides being a scorer for the team, talk about Cici's other role. Because you did mention experience si Cici. And alam naman natin madadala ng isang Cici Rondina offensively on the floor. Ngayon, final year na ni Cici Rondina. Ano pang, being a teammate also of Cici sa PSL, ano pang pwedeng madala ng isang Cici Rondina?
So, personal experience ko with Cici na hindi ko makakalimutan was when I joined them in the UST training camp last year. So, yung training camp kasi na yun, 3 times a day yung training mo doon. So,
wow,
among all the players, si Cici lang talaga yung, excited na ako sa next training. So, parang pagod kami sa first and second training, excited na siya sa kasunod. So, parang, she really is the epitome of hard work. Kasi, alam mo, given the skills that she has, she doesn't stop there. Gusto niya laging matututo. Talagang hindi siya napapagod. Rondi napapagod talaga. And yun nga, she made a mark sa beach volleyball. Kumbaga beach volleyball, alam mo na yan, CC finals. Pero in the indoor UAAP, hindi pa siya nakapag-finals and once pa lang siya nakapag-final four. So I think iba rin yung hugot niya and yung inspiration niya para i-carry yung team into the Final Four.
Quickly, Mela, ano yung keys para sa UST to return to the Final Four and possibly enter the finals? Hopefully, para sa'yo, syempre.
Well, for me, number 1 is consistency kasi nakita na natin yung skills ng UST nandiyan na yan. Pero yun nga, as I said, dati pag UAAP tsaka nagko-collapse. So siguro yung pag-maintain and pag-improve lang nung consistency nila as a team. And yung middles, kailangan talaga mag-step up ng middles. Kasi yun nga, injured si Tin Francisco and kailangan yung papalit sa kanya can deliver the same kumbaga, amount of points na nabibigay ni Tin sa team kasi naging consistent na rin siyang double-digit contributor. So, yeah.
Always fun having you on the show, Mela, and for sure I'll see you as we see the UAP season progress. Again, we just had Sports Volleyball analyst and former Golden Tigress, Carmela Tunay.